Okay, so I'm about to tin all these up for the VTX, the receiver, and what the hell, and the camera. All right, this board's kind of nice because these pads up front are for your VTX and camera. I guess it's okay for the camera. The VTX is going to go back here, so it doesn't really help me. If you can't see it, but this pad down here, if you look at the manual, this is where the receiver is going to go, or where I'm going to put the receiver. It's going to be on T1, UR1, because this 5-volt is powered from the USB. So when you turn on, when you plug it in, then you can make sure everything's working on your controller and stuff, and make sure it's bound. And then this pad right here, these back ones, this UR3 is what I'm going to use for that new GPS that we bought, because it has a 5-volt and a 3.3. So it'd be nice to have the have it back here in case that GPS is a piece of crap, and I can just switch it over to the other one. So we're gonna tin and solder these pads up front for the camera, VTX, UR1 back in the back for the receiver, and then the GPS will go right here. They do have a bunch of other UARTs right here. I think that's 2. So here's 1, UART1, UART3. That's 5 for the VTX, and the VTX I use is I'm gonna go with the Mamba, just because the other one. Where is that other one? Here's the Mamba. What the hell did I do with the other one? I'll show you that in a second. But the Mamba here just kind of fits perfectly in the back without any struggles. Well, much struggles. It's just going to sit right back here. Well, it's going to go this way, but it'll sit back there nicely. Oh, it just clears that too, so that's going to look good. And then we'll wire that across there like that. I like to put all these in their places first, so I know where the hell they're going, because if you wire all this crap and then don't kind of map it out ahead of time, then you're just stuck with a whole bunch of components that don't fucking fit anywhere. So then that'll go right here, and this will sit here. I use these little rubber grommets on the bottom of this to screw this in. I got these on Amazon. I like these. Some people might, but it's just a rubber screw like that right there, and then they're easy to put together. Let me back that out a little, not that way. So then it's easy for me just to screw this, take a screw and put it on the bottom, and it goes right through there. And it gives it a little bit of stability, and they're rubber too, so little shock protection on it too. And the reason I'm using the Mamba instead of this AKK, which I really like this AKK, it looked nice, but I don't know if you can, well, you can't see it because there's no wiring. Like, it just has random letters there that don't mean a damn thing. I mean, I understand video, the ground, the power in, out, and the smart audio, okay, but it doesn't really say what it is. And the instructions are even worse. Like, that's it. It has the menu table with the power band and stuff on it, the frequency, how to do all that shit. Tells you it's, put it in pit mode and all that crap. But then that's it. It just has a list of it. It doesn't have a pinout on anything. There's no pinout. Like, why wouldn't you put a pinout in it? Obviously, you can Google it and mess with it, but I'm not going to. And plus, if I stick this back here instead of the Mamba, it just doesn't fit right. I guess I could turn it like that if I wanted to, but then these wires aren't long enough, and these wires are those they're real stiff. They're the crappy wires. But I'm not saying this is a crappy product. I'm just saying I don't like these wires. So I'd have to repin all this, put new wires. Yeah, that's just. I'm sure it's a good VTX because I use AKK on pretty much all my builds, and they work great. Just I don't feel like dicking around with this one, just to be honest. So yeah, we're gonna go with the Mamba, and I really do. It's a 1 watt. This was $30 right here. I'll put a price of everything and where we got everything in the end when we get done. So it was a little pricey for a VTX. Well, I guess compared to what they are now, I guess it's kind of cheap with the HD, but we haven't done HD yet. Okay, so enough babbling about that. I'm going to tin up what we need right now, and then we'll get all of this situated in here and ready to go. Yeah, and one quick note, I didn't have this plugged in at first, and obviously there's 2 ways you can plug it in. Just make sure, there's not a lot to read on here, but what you can read is where it starts with ground. There's a big G right there. And I double checked it just to make sure I plugged it in correctly. So once you know where ground is, then you can plug it in. And then ground on the ESC. So that's one thing I just did and wanted to show you because it wasn't plugged in when I got it, so I had to figure that out. But it's in, all snug, no problems. Okay, I'm actually going to put this on before I start soldering the top of the board. That's negative because it has a big negative thing down it, and I saw somebody else, I didn't come up with this, somebody showed me how to do this, or the best way to do it, I guess. So we're going to go off of their advice. I forget who it was. It's probably Josh Bardwell. I should own stock in his videos because I watch so much of them. He does explain things really well. I think for newbies it might be a little bit over their head because I know I've been doing this for like 7 years, not full time, but even some of that is over my head. I'm like, what the hell? Especially with the new digital stuff. Wow. Setting up the ELRS and the Bluetooth, and it goes to this, and I have no fucking idea what he's talking about. But anyway, we're just going to tin these up, tin both of these up. Actually, I do somewhat know what he's talking about, but it's just a lot. It seems like a lot of work for not much benefit. But I have DJI drones too that I really like, and I'm probably gonna switch. Greg and I will probably switch over to digital, just not right this second. Okay, and then we're just going to solder this to the side of this real quick. Wow, why are my hands shaking like that? Come on. This isn't the easiest solder job either. But you just need it to stick like that. And then get this side to do the same thing. And I know this looks crappy right this second, but if you give me a second, I promise it'll look better. Maybe. Hopefully. There we go. Come on. Seriously. There we go. Are you on? No, you're not. We're gonna edit this part out, where I completely fucked this thing up. Okay, we're going to try a different method because that's not working very good. Where's my pliers? it just doesn't want to connect for some reason. Seriously, like this is the easiest thing to solder in the world. Okay, that's better, thank you. I don't know why that one went on so easy and the other one was a pain in the ass, but I'm just going to glob this on a little more, make sure it's on. Done. And then we're going to clip this and clip this, and my phone's blowing up from work, but I'm off today, so I don't really care. And then what we're going to do, now we have this, what we're going to do is just shrink wrap it. We'll shrink wrap on it. Make sure these are not touching each other. I'm going to wrap these up and then shrink wrap it onto here. Wow, making this look really awkward. This is not that difficult. Make sure you wrap these ends though so they don't bounce and touch. And then we're just going to stick it right down there behind the camera. Or in front of the thing behind the camera. It'll fit, promise. Okay, so I have this all taped up right here. Just put some electrical tape in between both of them, bent the wire down, and I'm going to put this on just for a little extra protection. I'm probably just going to take it and stand it right here. Plenty of clearance, or I can tuck it right here. It can go pretty much everywhere. Probably should have cut that wire a little longer so I had a little more play, but it'll still work out fine. So let's warm this baby up and get it done. Come on, buddy. You can do it. There we go. I just want something to hold it a little better. That's fine. Doesn't need much. Oh, shit. Okay, that's enough. Hold that on too long, it'll just break the wrap on it. But that's all I needed. Just something to secure it so it looks a little better. Yeah, it'll actually fit right there. Perfect. Okay, good deal. Alright, now back to getting the top of this board tinned up and ready to go. Okay, wow, this board's getting so messy. I almost forgot about this. I got these lights from the 533 tiny whatever it is. This one right here. And they're supposed to like sit on this board and go out the arms, but this is a pain in the ass build. Fly's great, horrible build. But anyway, they line up perfectly, and this has plugs on it for lights. So what I'm going to try to do without jacking these up is plug all these in right here, and then I'm going to take them. I wish I would have zip tied these already, but I'm sure it won't be the last time I take zip ties off, and stick them down through here, which should, these are really bright lights too, it should light up this whole thing, and it'll kind of keep it safe in there. So we'll just put those down there like this. Come on, get in there. Nice. And as you can see, I already put one on here and put one on here, but you can almost see them through there right now. So that actually might look kind of cool. And then I'll just zip tie it back down again. All right, so let's get all these on here. I'm glad I didn't get too far before I realized that. These are super finicky. I've never set up lights in beta flight, so sure that's a good couple hours of watching videos. God, these things are kind of a pain in the ass to get in here. Okay, there's that one. Hopefully, oh damn it. Hopefully that board doesn't have anything to do with anything. I don't think it does. I think you can plug this in and it has lights on it too. But I don't know, we'll see. I think it would look pretty cool though. Okay. Snip. Snip. Oh my god, there's just so much crap everywhere. I just get all excited when I'm building. I don't put anything away. I just keep going. Okay, I tuck this down in here. Get on in there. Alright, and then where's the... Alright, here's the last one. This is going to be a pain in the ass. That there. Oh no, it's not too bad. Watch it catch everything on fire or something. That'd be my luck. Okay, now we got lights. Nice. Now, let's solder up the board. Okay, when I'm soldering these up, I try not to solder anything I'm not going to use because, well, it just confuses me. So there's a TX, the 5-volt, and the ground for the receiver. And then we have the camera and VTX right here, 5-volt, 10-volt camera, VTX, and the ground pads, and one TX and RX pad there. And then over here, we're going to do 5-volt and ground. These little flat pads. There's 5-volt. And then it goes 3-volt, and then it goes ground. And then we're going to need the RX and the TX for the GPS. TX goes to RX, RX goes to TX. Probably heard that a million times, but obviously it's right because it won't work if you don't do it right. Okay, so those are all wired. I think I'm gonna use this little mini run cam here because this, which is really cool, is going to sit somehow like this. Yes. So this is gonna sit here. This will sit here. Well, that's obviously not right because it's not right. It goes like that. Okay, there we go. It's kind of a nice looking, cool looking frame. I don't know, for 50 bucks it's not bad. I guess it's cheaper because the top and the bottom plate are a little thin and it doesn't come with all the little things on the edges and all the TPU parts, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty nice. And yeah, this thing fits in perfect. So, easiest way to do this is to put the camera on first and then set it inside of here. And this is real finicky and a pain in the butt. You gotta find the right screws. But I have a bunch of camera screws laying around. Look at that, it fits right in. I'll make sure I did that right so I don't have to do this twice. And those one, okay. Yeah, that's right. That's how it goes. Right, let's put the top plate on just to make sure. Just to double check. Yes, that's how it goes. Woo! Okay, let's put the camera on. We'll do one side at a time, so we don't mess it up. Ah, that's nice. Getting the right damn screw. Okay, there we go. And make sure the camera is right side up. This is usually, I want to say that's usually up, but I put in cameras upside down so many times I can't even count. Like, I don't think this screw is going to be long enough, of course. Why would it be? Where the hell did that screw go? Okay. There it is. Okay, that's not long enough, so we're going to have to go with a different one. I have a spot to keep all my camera screws in because, yeah, you just always, you never know. Is that right? Okay. Just keep double checking that because the worst thing is to get all this camera put together and it's in backwards. Up, up. See, that's got a lot of play in it too, so I need a screw like halfway in the middle. Alright, so let's go screw hunting. You don't need to watch screw hunting. Okay, we found the right length screws to put this in. So that's all in. You see like that sticks out more at the bottom. Shit, there you go, now you can see it. This sticks out more at the bottom here. And then it's just those two screws on the back. Right there, down below. And then that little piece fits in right there, snaps in there. So it's pretty simple once you get the camera in place. Alright, and then we should have everything ready for this camera. Just need to finagle these wires around here. I'm going to check the diagram one more time to double check before I solder. That camera's a little loose though. Come on, buddy. There we go. That didn't help either. Oh yeah, it did. There we go. I don't know, it's still kind of, I don't know, I think when everything cinches together up top, it'll be a lot tighter. It's not loose, but it's not super tight. Okay, alright, let's take a look at this one more time before we wire this up, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so for the camera, this thing's kind of in my way. Just a pain in the ass. Can I solder that? Can I still put that away? No. So it's just gonna have to sit down in here for a minute. Oh, there it goes. That's fine. Okay, so ground, 5-volt, and video, which on here just says camera. All right, not the best labeling on this flight controller, but for $80, yeah, it'll be fine. So this is the ground right here. Please don't do that. I don't know if that was a good... No, that's super, super shitty. Alright. Is that better? I think that's a lot better. Yes, that is better. Okay, so there's our ground. Up next is the 5-volt. It's right on it's the first round right here. And then the next pad is 10-volt and then camera. So we skip that one and we put this on the camera pad. Beautiful, beautiful. There's all that. You probably can't see that at all. All right. So now there's the camera. That's all working. Yep, that all looks good. Now for the VTX, which is going to sit right here. But on the VTX, we have to do a couple things first. As you can see on this, are you going to focus? Okay, so yeah, we have video, ground, 5-volt out. There's your smart audio right there, or iChamp, or whatever the hell this one is. Ground, and then VBAT. So I'm going to unpin the ground and the 5 out real quick because I don't need them in here, and yeah, it's just extra wire that's gonna mess things up. So we're gonna unpin these real quick. Wrong way. This is pretty simple. I'm sure you've done this before. You just get under this tab real quick, pull this out, next. And try not to mess up those tabs either because you're going to eventually have to put something back in. Pull that out. And then I just like to push these tabs back down, just in case I need them. These wires are extra. Make sure this is pinned correctly. So we got our video, ground, 5-volt out skipped, and then our data, what they call it on here, ground, and then VBAT. Alright, we're going to sit this right here, but before we do all that, that's going to go here. These are just going to wire right here. That's pretty simple, but I want to screw this down. But first I want to make sure that this is going to actually work on here, because it came with I found this little, whatever the hell this is, this little plastic piece right here. It came with something I bought. I don't know what the hell. But I was going to try to see if this, so this will go around here and plug in right here. So that looks good there. I like to make sure all this works before I do this. So that plugs in there. Let's make sure also that props aren't hitting any of this on this side. We got a lot going on over here. So I put things together before and then the props just hit everything. So we got good clearance on that side. That's gonna fit there nicely. So yeah, that's good. So let's get this screwed down first, okay? And then also want to check out the receiver, where we're gonna put that, and clean up some of this crap that's everywhere. Receiver, I was hoping I could take this and slide this on here also, down in here that'll hold that jumper. I don't really know where I just order random TPU pieces and hope that they fit. This actually is going to work really well for the jumper, I think. Oh, yeah, that'll go through here. That'll slide on there, all the way down. And then we'll just have to find a place to put this. I might raise this up a little, put it right underneath it. Yeah, I could like have this elevated, raise up the, just one notch, raise that up, and then put this right under here. That would fit perfect. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, let's get working on it.